days. Like today is 3rd. So up to 23rd of September, this recording will be available to you. If you are interested in downloading this lecture, you can download it. Otherwise, it's up to you. Okay. So, I'm going to teach you in this semester Geographic Information Systems. Okay. This one is the compulsory course. For this course, these 4 books are recommended to you. These books, one of the book, Principles of Geographic Information System by ITC Netherlands. This book is already given to you. Apart from that, there are other books, Fundamental of Geographic Information System by Kang Sung Chan. It is of TMH publication. Second one is Concepts and Techniques of Geographic Information System by CP Low. Fourth one is An Introduction to Geographic Information Systems by Ian Haywood. It was published under Pearson Education India Publication House. First and the fourth book will be provided to you by me. And rest of the book you can either purchase it if you want. Okay. For every lecture there will be notes. A PDF file will be given to you for the notes. So you can refer them. Another thing is book. It is always recommended, especially at this level, you all are of the post-graduation level. You are doing your MTech or your PhD, whatever you are enrolled in. It is always recommended to follow the books. Okay. So there will be a lecture notes. There's no problem with that. But still, always follow a book, always read a book, because it will give you much detailed information. The lecture notes will be brief. It will give you the summary of that topic. But if you want to know more about it, if you want to get it understand through the examples and other things, best thing is book. Okay. So don't go for the shortcuts for the examination. Follow the books. This one is my suggestion to you. Next thing is about the marks distribution. This particular course or all the courses that we are going through in this particular semester and also in the next semester, each and every course is of 4 credit. In this semester, you will have 5 courses: GIS Technology, Principles of Remote Sensing, okay. Probably 1 course of Mathematics, then 1 course on GTP, and the 5th course is on Laboratory. Each and every course is of 4 credit. If we see the distribution of marks, how you will got the marks or how you will get evaluated. For the evaluation purpose, as it is given in this on the screen, there will be first of all mid-semester examination. This mid-semester examination will be of 20 marks. Then there is end semester examination. This end semester examination is of 60 marks. And then there is a teacher's assessment of 20 marks. In general, when the classes go on in the physical mode, okay, before all this online thing, we have written examination for the mid-semester and the end semester. But in the current semester, we do not know what will happen in the future, whether you people are going to physically join the class or whether the things will go online. So the mid-semester examination is, if it is done in the written form, it's one thing. But if there is an online classes, then usually we have quizzes. Okay. Over the time period of this whole semester, there will be several quizzes. 4 to 5 quizzes will be there. Make sure to attend each and every quiz, because whatever you are going to score in the quizzes, it will directly scale into 20 marks, so that your mid-semester examination marks will be allotted to you on the basis of quizzes. Make this thing very clear, because many times students get confused or they are not interested in taking the quizzes or something like that. If you don't appear in the quiz, it will directly impact your mid-semester examination. Okay. The information of the quiz will be given to you in advance, 1 or 2, 3 days before the actual quiz. Prepare for the quizzes properly. Make sure to attend the quiz. Make sure to submit your quiz on time. Okay. Means suppose if there is a 10 question in the quiz and you are getting 15 marks, make sure that you will submit your quiz by 12 minutes or 13 minutes. Many times what happens, student used to complain that my internet connection is not proper, I am not able to submit my quiz. So that's why I am elaborating on this particular topic to make sure to attend the quizzes properly. If you do not pay proper attention on the quizzes in the initial state, automatically your mid-semester examination marks will get down. Second thing is end semester examination. So it will be informed to you later what will be the mode of end semester examination. So in different situations, it is conducted in different ways, but usually end semester examination is done in a written mode. So what will be there, what will be the circumstances, according to that, it will be in office, how the end semester examination will take place. Last component is the teacher's assessment. Now this teacher's assessment is out of 20 marks. As such, there will be no written examination for the teacher's assessment. But this marks is allotted to you on the basis of your day-to-day performance, on the basis of the attendance, on the basis of the tutorial. Okay, so these all are the different ways through which teacher's assessment. It is, as the name suggests, that how the teacher is assessing the student. So we have all these things: tutorial, attendance, class performance, on the basis of which we give you 20 marks. So overall, you can find 20 plus 60 plus 20, it will turn up into 100 marks. Okay, so the marks will be given to you out of 100. Now after that, once you have when you have got a marks out of 100, in your mark sheet you will get grade. Okay. So there is an absolute grading over here. There are different slots of marks according to which the grade is allotted to you, like from 85 up to 100, A plus grade. Okay. Then from 76, from 75 up to 84, A grade. This is how the grading is done. On your mark sheet, you will get grades, not the marks. If you want to get more information about all these things, what you need to do, you need to go through the ordinance, master's ordinance or doctoral ordinance, in whichever course you have enrolled yourself. So according to that, you have to go through the ordinances. All the marking, all the minimum required marks to continue this course, everything is mentioned over there. The ordinances has been revised from this semester, therefore make sure to download the latest ordinance from the institute website. Okay, so you need to go to the institute website. Over there you will find, under the documents and manuals, you will find the ordinance for your particular program. Okay. Why I am telling you to read the ordinance? Because there are certain rules, like suppose if you are not getting the proper marks, okay, in the present, in this whole MTech course, you are going to get stipend. Okay, so for 2 years, you are going to get some stipend, some money. So if you are not performing well, there is a cut-off marks and other things over there. Everything is mentioned in the ordinance, that if you are not scoring, say, certain CPI, in that case, your stipend will get stopped. So that's why it is suggested to all the MTech PhD students who are getting the stipend to make sure to have a proper mark so that there is no problem at that side also. Next thing is attendance. As per the ordinance, 75% attendance is mandatory. Okay. Make sure to attend the classes regularly. Although the recordings are available, in case if you have any problem or internet issues or other things, The recording will be available of the lecture, but still make sure to attend the class because 75% attendance is mandatory, and on different dates as advertised by the Dean Academics in the academic calendar, the shortage of attendance will be declared to you. And if your attendance is less than 75%, in that case, there will be a problem. You will not be allowed to appear in the end semester examination. Everything is there in the ordinance, but I'm telling you to make sure that you have more than 75% attendance in each and every course. Now we are moving to our subject, which is about the GIS. But before going to all these questions and finding the answers of these questions, if any one of you have any problem till now, you can ask. Any question from your side?
Ma'am, in which month end semester exam will conducted?
It must be given in the academic calendar, but usually it is from end of November up to December starting. Because first you will have the practical examination, the date will be given to you, and once the practical examination is done, the end semester examination will take place. Nothing is fixed nowadays, but you have to check the academic calendar. Whether you people know all these things, where to find the academic calendar, where to find the ordinance and other things?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So everyone is aware about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I am assuming from this no answer that everybody is aware how to download the ordinance and how to download the academic calendar.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, feel free to ask. Somebody unmuted and then again mute. Yes, Jashri, do you want to ask any question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, today is my first class, so I have a query that any classes I'm pending to listen.
No, Jashri, we are starting all the classes from today. Initially, we have gone through the book chapters. We have read all the students have read different book chapters. Principles of Geographic Information System by ITC Netherlands. This book is given to you. It is also uploaded on the MS Teams. You can download it from this GIS technology team. And till now, 3 chapters of that book has been read by the students. So I have started all the lecture and teaching from today itself.
Ma'am, I got this seat allotted in spot round last round, ma'am. So till now my MS Teams ID is not activated, so I'm unable to access the account of MS Teams, ma'am.
No problem, Jashi. It will be given to you by the institute within 2-3 days, I think so. All these are handled by the administrative wing, not by my side.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, one more thing. We also have the laboratory session on this Geo-Informatics laboratory on Monday. So most of the topics that you will learn in the theory session, okay, it will be covered in the laboratory. Like initially, there will be a little bit mismatch between the topic which is covered in the theory and which is done in the laboratory session. But later on, it will become synchronized with each other. Okay. So now we are going to see some of the questions which are related to GIS. When geographic problem arises, where GIS is required, what types of questions are answered by GIS? Is it something very new? So most of you have already gone through the books, or those who haven't, they must have seen something about GIS, something about Geo-Informatics, as this very new branch is allotted to you. Whichever background you are coming from, whether from civil, whether from computer science, whether from electronics, whichever background you are coming, whenever we got attached to this particular branch, Geo-Informatics, or in other words, GIS and remote sensing, we first do one thing, we do Googling. We first go to the Google, search this term, what is the meaning of Geoinformatics, what is the meaning of GIS and remote sensing, is it completely related to civil engineering, is it completely related to computer science, what is the role of electronics in it? Okay? Because when you see the requirement of GIS and remote sensing or Geoinformatics, it is interdisciplinary. It involves different fields. Before going into that one, we first see when geographic problem arises. Now, everyone try to think whether have you ever faced any of the geographic problem? Anyone? Abhijit Sonkar? Abhijit?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Abhijit. Have you ever faced any geographic problem?
Yes, ma'am.
When, where?
Many landmarks are not marked on Google Maps.
Okay. Anything else?
Sometimes it shows wrong directions also.
Okay, Abhijit. Alok Kumar? Yes, Alok?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, now you are. Yes, Alok, you are audible.
Ma'am, while selecting a best route between two cities,
Okay. Okay, Alok Singh.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, earlier in my BTech course, I had studied the problems in surveying subject, that whenever we survey, there are a river or any obstructions coming in the way, then there are geography problems.
Okay, Alok, thank you. Okay, so yes, all the three students who have answered the question, everyone was correct that they have faced the geographic problem, but it was quite theoretical in nature. Okay? If I talk about day-to-day life, if I check whether in my daily life, have I ever faced any geographic problem? Usually when the students arrive in the institute, the answer of this question that we used to give to the student is, when you are arriving on the Allahabad junction, okay, the first question that we face, how to reach MNIT Allahabad. Okay, if you take some rickshaw, some auto, some taxi, something like that, then you will check what is the path which is followed by the driver. Once you have reached to the MNIT campus, again there is a question, because MNIT campus is not one single point, it is an area. When you reach the MNIT campus, the guard will ask from you, where do you want to go? Whether you want to go to the hostel, whether you want to go to the admission cell, whether you want to go to the dean office, whether you want to go to the multipurpose hall, where you want to go. Again, this one is a geographic problem. Student has to answer. Suppose my answer is, I want to go to the admission cell. Okay? The question is, where is admission cell? How to locate admission cell inside the MNIT campus? So guard will tell you, okay, go straight, then take right, take left turn, then you will find there is a building where admission and Dean Academics is written and other things. Then once you have reached over there, some hostel is allotted to you. You have to go to the hostel. Again, there is a geographic problem. Where is that particular hostel? Where is Tagore hostel? Where is Patel hostel? Where is KNGH and other things? Once you have reached your hostel, you have allotted a room. Say B10. Again, where is B10 inside the Vivekanand hostel? This is the geographic problem. Then you want to attend the class. So you will reach to the department. Again, there is a question, where is GIS cell? You have to find the GIS cell inside the institute. Once you reach the GIS cell and find the timetable and other things, you will see that, okay, the class in GW3, in GW3 room. Again, there is a problem. Where is GW3? All these questions that is faced when you actually arrive into the institute or in a day-to-day life. Like, suppose you want to go to a particular place. Okay. Suppose somebody asks you, go to the general merchant shop and buy certain biscuits over there. Okay. Bring Parle-G and go to general merchant and bring Parle-G. Where is general merchant shop? What will be the shortest path? Go to the general merchant shop. These all are the geographic problems that we used to face in a day-to-day life. Wherever we are going, whichever turn we are taking, whichever route we are selecting, all these are the geographic problems that we used to face in our day-to-day life. Okay, so this one is a very general example. As we go to the more advanced level, we will find different type of geographic problems which is faced at the different scale. Okay, so we will learn about them one by one. We will see, like healthcare managers. Nowadays, there is a lot of buzz regarding the health center because of the COVID-19. A lot of health infrastructure is desired in each and every city. We need new clinics, we need new hospitals, we need new location for the vaccination centers. Okay. At that place, you will find the application of GIS. Okay. Wait a minute. I will show you one of the example. On the screen, you can see I have opened the Bhuvan portal. Okay. This is a new term for you, Bhuvan, Bhuvan, Bhuvan. Search, write down in your copy. Yeah, one more thing that I forget to tell you. All of you make sure to attend the class with a copy and a pen. Okay. Although online classes are going on, but still you have to write some of the thing. You have to write down your tutorial. Okay. So make sure that you have one proper copy for the GIS. Okay. And in the laboratory session, I will tell you that you also need to make one copy for the laboratory session. So from the next class onwards, make sure that you have a proper pen and copy in your hand before attending the class. So whatever you have right now, write down this term Bhuvan. So you need to search about this Bhuvan. What is Bhuvan? What is Bhuvan portal? What you can find out from the Bhuvan portal and other things. Now I am not going into this one. Right now I am showing you the application of GIS. We were discussing about the health problem. Right now on the screen you can find COVID-19 vaccine center in India. Okay. Like suppose I want to search the vaccine centers near to my place, okay? Vaccine centers near me. So right now, what I am going to do, I am going to write down my city. It is Prayagraj. My code is 211004 pin code. Okay. Now they are giving different options. I have entered the Prayagraj and the pin code. Now they are giving different location in the drop down menu. What is my location? Azad Park Lake, Airport Department, Arrival Terminal. So I will search for MNIT. Wait a minute. Suppose I am selecting the very first place, Azad Park Lake, Prayagraj. Okay. Now there are the several conditions that you can find. Right now, once I have selected my location, Azad Park Lake, there are some of the points that are located on this right side panel map. You can find out this push pins in green color and red color. Okay. So these all are the vaccination center near to my this particular location, and if I zoom in into this place, I can find out the location. So this green and blue color things are coming. Guru Kripa, Jagriti Hospital, and other locations are given over here. Now suppose I want to apply certain condition over here, like above 18, dose 1, P, I do not want to pay, so I'm going for free. I want to take, say, Covaxin. Okay. Covaxin. Okay. Now I'm clicking on get details. So an attribute query has been fired and the information is now coming on the screen. Different vaccination center, Motilal Nehru Hospital, MLN Hospital, MLN Medical College, other information is now coming. So why I am showing you this particular example, so that you can know how GIS is used over here. The location is given, whatever location you want to get, okay, you can enter your location, and based on your location, the vaccine centers are appearing over here. This is one of the very recent application, and in so many places we are using the GIS. Why? Because we need some location. Okay. So another application, suppose I want to locate I want to establish a new vaccination center. Again, with the help of GIS, we can perform the site selection, suitable site selection. Next example, delivery companies. Okay, all of you must have taken your lunch. Some of you are interested in taking the food from outside. Okay, suppose I want to eat something special. Today is my birthday. Today I have achieved something like that. Now I am going for the party. So what I will do, I do not want to go through bike. What I will do, I will take some online delivery company, whatever you are going, Zomato, Swiggy, whatever you prefer, you go to that particular website, order something. Okay. Now, the delivery company need to find out what is the best route to identify through which they can deliver the food to you. So whether you are using any of the company, okay, Domino's, Swiggy, Zomato, whatever you are using, one of the major challenge which is faced by these companies is the proper route. What is the proper route? Many companies say that they will deliver food within 20 minutes. And if they do not deliver it within 20 minutes, then it will be free. The food will be free. In that case, They have to identify the location which is not shortest, but that will take minimum amount of time. So shortest route is not always the route time. Shortest route and quickest route may or may not be same. There are several parameters. Maybe the shortest route is very crowded, a lot of traffic congestion is there. In that case, the shortest route will not be preferred because it will take more time. In such type of delivery companies, whether it is related to food, whether it is related to any other thing, you are going to Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart, if you are ordering something from them, they also have to deliver to you the products. They also need to identify the best route through which they can distribute the item to you. What will be the best route that will cover maximum number of customers of that location? Okay. Here again, GIS will be useful. Third application is about the transportation authorities or anyone who want to build something, like suppose transportation authorities want to build some new highways. Next one is geodemographics. Okay. You may have heard a lot about the census because 2021 was expected to be the census year. In our country, there is a decadal census survey. So from 91, then 2001, 2011, now 2021. In GIS, I'm just a little bit deviating from the topic. In GIS, we use a lot of census data. And when we say census data, it doesn't mean that it is just only the count of population. Okay, number of men or number of male, number of female, number of child, total number of people. No, this is only one part of the census data. There are a lot of things that are present in the census data. Later on, when we will discuss about the attribute data, we will see in detail about the census data. It is one of the data that is freely available. Any one of you who want to take the census data, it is available on the census website. Okay. So that's why the census data is, as a GIS person, it is quite an interesting data, highly demanded data, because we have so many different applications from the census data. Okay. Later on, we will learn about it. But yeah, there is a term geodemographics. Geo means earth. So if there is any type of demographic, means some study related to the people on the basis of place. In geodemographic consultants, they solve geographic problem when they assesses and recommend where the best to site retail outlets or something like that. Okay. Next one is forestry companies, where they want to plant new trees, what will be the best route for the roads and other things. National park, government. Yeah, the last one is very important, government. Okay. The previous example that I have shown you on the Bhuvan website, it is the vaccine center information, and that information is disseminated to the citizen of India by the government of India. Okay. So what is happening? The government is using the GIS so that the people will have the information. GIS have a lot of application in the government sector. And when we will study about the history of GIS, about the evolution of GIS, over there also, there are the application of GIS. The very first starting application of GIS were in government sector. Over the time when this new era came, the GIS reached to the common people. Okay. But before that, when we should see the era of conceptualization, when everything has started, okay, CGIS, Canadian Geographic Information System by Roger Tomlinson, was considered as the very first example of GIS. And that GIS application was developed for the Canadian government. Okay. So the application of GIS, the application of web GIS is very important for the government so that they can give the information to the citizen, and vice versa also. Citizen can also, we as a citizen of India can also report our problem to the government with the help of GIS. Okay, like suppose if I want to give some complaint, although these things are not yet on the implementation level, but still a lot of work is going on. Suppose I want to report that there is a road, that one is uh, having some pothole. Few days back there was a lot of rain and some of the road got damaged because of the rain. Okay, because they have not done the proper leveling, proper compaction before building the road, before constructing the road. Some of the roads got damaged and there are very deep holes in the road. Now, if I want to report this information, I can take a geotagged image. In the last turn, I have shown you the geotagged image. Geotagged image is the image that has the latitude and longitude information with it. Okay. So if lat long information is there, it is a geotagged information. We can give the exact location where there is a problem, where there is some damage, whether it is a road, whether it is a pipeline, whether it is some fiber cable, optic cable, and other things. So we can give a pinpoint location where there is a problem. Okay. And another way is, suppose government wants some reporting, like suppose if you see any problem in your area, that information can be reported to the government on the basis of GIS. You will provide your location, you can give the problem and other information. So government can use GIS to deliver the information to the people as well as to collect the information from the people also. These are the different problems where the GIS or geographic problems are faced. Now, if we see the classification of the problem, first on the basis of scale or the level of detail. Second one is the intent or the purpose. Third thing on the basis of time scale. So these are the three different classification over here. We will see it one by one. Okay. Scale. Okay. Something can be at a small scale or it can be at a large scale. Okay. Like suppose this example is showing the problem of SARS. We can consider it as a COVID-19 pandemic. Many times you will see the map of the entire nation, of the entire globe, giving you the information of number of cases, number of casualties because of the COVID-19. In that case, we are considering a whole nation, a whole earth or a globe as the area of interest. In that case, the scale is covering a very large portion. Another one, it can be, suppose, say I want to identify, because nowadays GIS is not just used for the outdoor, it is also used in the indoor activities. Like suppose inside the institute, I want to identify the best place for the library, or what will be the best place where the congestion of the library, where we can build new rooms, where we can build new sitting area so that the congestion in the library would get reduced. So this one, the area is very small, just only inside the institute we are considering what will be the best location of the library. Level of detail is different. Depending upon our application, it can be at global level, it can be at the national level, or it can be at a local level. Okay. Next thing is, what is the intent or what is the purpose? Okay. Like some things have a very practical in nature. Like I was giving you the example of delivery, food delivery, or any online shopping website delivery, whatever delivery services are there. they have a very practical requirement so that they can deliver the product to the customer in the least amount of time. So the intent or the purpose will be practical. So suppose I want to learn what is the exact path through which the human species have moved over the time. Such type of anthropological studies, such type of archaeological studies, they are based on human curiosity. They may not have any practical implementation or requirement, but still for the knowledge purpose, we try to solve such type of problem. Okay, like one of the studies says that all the 7 continents were initially there was a single land. Over the time, because of the different geological activities, the different pieces of land got disconnected, they have got drifted away. Okay, so this one is again for the human curiosity, for the knowledge purpose that we are trying to solve this problem. So there can be, the purpose can be practical or it can be for the knowledge, for the curiosity of the human being. Third thing is time. We have already gone through the temporal analysis. This one is also useful. Time means, you may have learned in your bachelor course about the power triangle. When we go for the management studies, there is a triangle. Okay? There is an operational level, there is a tactical level, there is a strategic level. Okay? Operational level is the base of the triangle. The lowest level of manager were at the operational level. They have to make decision related to day-to-day activities. Like if there is a power cut, then how to make the availability of electricity for the smooth functioning of the factory. Okay. So this one is the day-to-day decision that they need to make. Second level is the tactical level managers. Their decision will have a medium level of impact, like it is given over here, where to cut trees in next years for the proper harvesting of the proper harvesting plan. Okay. Then the topmost level is the strategic level. Whatever decision they are taking, it is going to impact their whole organization for a very long time. If we see the type of problems, the operational problems are daily problems. They are faced on a daily basis. That's why they will have a very well-defined solution. Okay? There is a well-defined rules, there are well-defined solution because the managers have already seen that problem. They already know how to solve that problem. But as we move towards the top of the triangle and we see the strategic level managers or sometimes tactical level managers, the problem that they face were very ill-structured problem. They do not have a very well-defined rules. They may not have faced that problem initially. So such type of innovative problem, such type of ill-structured problem needs some type of help, some sort of decision support so that they can make a proper decision. That's why a term called decision support system. Maybe some of you have learned this subject. Usually in CSIT, we have decision support systems in the BTech course. In decision support system, what we learn, how to support the decision makers in taking any sort of decision. Again, here the GIS can be useful. There are different levels. The operational level usually do not require any such type of support. Okay, like if there is a power cut in your house, you do not need any sort of support. Everybody knows what to do. If you have some sort of inverter or generator connection, you will get the electricity. If you do not have such type of support in your area, it's okay. You will later on download the recording of the lecture and you will see and prepare yourself. So such type of a problem is quite a regular one. But recently you have faced a problem. which branch to select for the PG course, whether to go for MTech or for MBA. If I am going for the MTech, what will be the suitable branch? If I am not getting admission in my core branch, what option can I take? So this one is not a day-to-day problem that you are facing. This is kind of strategic problem. Whatever decision you are taking, it is going to impact your whole career, your whole life, because it is deciding the nature of your career. In this case, many of the students get confused. Okay, there is a lot of pressure, there is a lot of confusion whenever we go to the transition phase from bachelor's to master's, from master's to doctoral, from doctoral to services or job area. Whenever there is a transition period, everyone faces a lot of confusion, a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. At that time, what we used to do, we go to someone who can help us. It may be our parents, it may be our siblings, it may be our friends, it may be our teachers, anyone. Okay? So in that case, what we used to do, we used to gather the information from them. In general, your parents are not going to take your decision, your siblings are not going to take your decision, your teachers are not going to take your decision. It is you who is going to take the decision. It is you who is actually filling the choice, who is actually filling the institute, the branch and other things. But with the support of them, with the help of their experience, with the help of their advice, you are taking some decision. In this case, all these people are supporting your decision-making process. But the actual decision, the final decision is made by you. Means in general, we assume that it is your decision, not of somebody else. Similarly, in GIS also, we will see how the decision support system will work. Okay. So these are the three types of problem that we have seen, and we have seen the classification on the basis of scale, on the basis of intent, on the basis of time. Okay. Now, some of the specialties of geographic information system or geographic information first. Whenever we say geographic information, it must be the spatial data. Okay, geographic means spatial for us. S-P-A-T-I-A-L, spatial, not spatial. Okay. Learn the pronunciation of this term, spatial, and also learn the spelling of this term. Even till the end semester examination, some of the students keep on writing special, S-P-E-C-I-A-L. This is not special. This is spatial. Okay. In your copy, write down this term, S-P-A-T-I-A-L. It is spatial. The geographic information or the spatial data always carry two coordinates, so that its location on the Earth's surface or its location on the place can be ascertained. It can be in the XY value mode, or it can be given in the geographic coordinate system, means latitude and longitude. We will learn about the detail of latitude and longitude later on. But yes, the geographic information or the spatial data will always have two coordinates, so that the position on the Earth or the position on the ground can be determined. So it can be in projected coordinate system or it can be geographic coordinate system. What is this PCS and what is this GCS, geographic and projected coordinate system? We will learn later on. So there will be two values associated with every data. Volume or the amount of data. Usually the size, the amount of data is very large. Next thing is a scale. We will learn about the scale also later on. But the same information can be represented at different scale. 1 is to 1 million, 1 is to 50,000, 1 is to 2,000. So the same information in the practical session I will show you. There are different scale at which the same area map can be represented. So this is one of the specialty of the GIS data or the spatial data that it is associated with the scale, or in case of image, it will be associated with the resolution, the spatial resolution, the size of the pixel will be there. Next thing is how we are going to represent this data inside the computer. There are different formats, there are different ways through which we can store the spatial data, the geographic information inside the system. We can go for the raster representation, we can go for the vector representation, we can go for the point, line, polygon. So there are a lot of variation inside the raster data. You can use quad tree structure, you can use run length encoding. Within the vector, you can go for the topological data model, spaghetti data model, network data model. We will learn about them later on, but basically what it is written over here, that there are different ways through which the information can be stored inside the computer, and whatever method we are going to use through which we are storing the information inside the computer, it will impact on the analysis, it will impact on the results. Okay. Next, projection. It must often be projected on a flat surface. Usually the three-dimensional Earth get projected on a two-dimensional flat surface. That's why we always learn about the projection system. Later on, we will learn about the projections also. Then it will require special method. When we go for the spatial data analysis, the type of methods are different. That's why even for the database where you are going to store the data, the database which are used to store the spatial data are different. You cannot go for the regular this Oracle and other things for storing the spatial data. You have to go for a specific database which is supporting the spatial data. Then time consuming to analyze. Usually the database creation, the data creation part is very time consuming in GIS. Then much of the information is static in nature. The process of updating is complex and expensive. Why it is usually considered as static? Because if you see the road, if you see the highway, if you see the bridges, their location is not going to get changed unless and until there is a rapid urbanization or planning and development in that area. But in most of if you see around your hometown, the amount of change is not very frequent. A lot of buildings are getting constructed, there is no doubt about it. But if you see the change in the road, if you change the construction of building, bridges and other things, this change is very less. That's why more or less it is considered as a static thing. But yes, if we go for some natural phenomena, like if we see the river, if we see the forest and other things, the nature is quite dynamic. Then the display of geographic information in the form of map requires a retrieval of large amount of data. Again, you have to perform this thing later on. But yes, whenever you are creating a map, because most of the time in GIS, when we draw the output, it is given in the form of map. So it needs to retrieve data from the database, and many times it needs a large amount of data, large amount of retrieval operation before creation of the map. Next, spatial, which I was already telling to you. I'm just reading out this thing. The adjective geographic refers to the Earth's surface and near surface. Spatial refers to any space, not only the space of the Earth's surface, but it is used with the same meaning as geographic. Another term that has been growing in the usage in recent years is geospatial, means a subset of spatial applied specifically to the Earth's surface and near surface. So in general, when we talk about the spatial, it is means somewhere in the space, but in GIS, when we say the spatial data, it is usually referred to the Earth. That's why in some of the book you will find a term geospatial. Instead of just using the spatial, they use the term geospatial. It means that it is referred in respect to the Earth. But in most of the communication, you will find spatial, and it also means it is referenced with respect to the Earth. Data and information. So data consists of number, text or symbol which are in some sense natural and almost context free. So it is raw facts. Suppose you have a table that give you the detail of last 10 years temperature of a particular place, then it will be a data. But if you use some analysis and say that over the time the temperature is increasing, then what you are doing, you are basically converting or you are extracting the information from that data. So these are the two terms. All of you are well aware, must be well aware from these terms, data and information. Now we will cover this portion in the next turn. There are some of the generic questions that can be answered with the help of GIS, and we will learn about them. There are 5 questions related to location, pattern, trend, condition, and implication. So these are the 5 set of questions that can be answered with the help of GIS. We will cover this thing in the next turn. Since today we have a tutorial from 3 to 4, this 3 to 4 slot is for the tutorial session. That's why we are moving to the tutorial. Okay. So I'm just stopping the recording.